if you are under the impression that for other people raising their teenager is so easy and for you it's always so hard, you always have to face crises and you always have to battle and really, really, really it's very, very difficult, this tapping session is for you. Hi. Have you ever heard the grass is greener on the other side of the fence? That's very often our impression or our perception when we are facing very strong challenges. We feel isolated, we feel powerless, or maybe we feel distress. We can also maybe feel anger or sadness or frustration. Whatever you're feeling is really, it's real for you. It's what you're experiencing in your body. But the thought that everyone else has it easy when it is always so hard for you is not the truth. It's just a belief. It's a thought. So that's what we're going to tap on today, because letting go of that thought and processing the emotion that that thought, the very real, we said it, emotion that this thought is triggering in your body doesn't help you. So I'm going to ask you to connect with what you think is true, what you think is the truth, this belief. Everything is so hard for me. It's so easier for others. And see, what do you feel? Do you feel anger? Do you feel hopelessness? Do you feel powerlessness? Do you feel distress? Do you feel sadness? What do you feel in your body and where? Some people have maybe a tension in their chest or a ball of fire in their stomach, especially if it's anger, or some obstruction, their throat is constricted. What do you feel? And from 0 being you don't feel anything to then I don't know what you're watching, why you're watching this tapping session, to 10 being it's overwhelming, where do you fall on that scale? Take a mental note of it, and we're going to start tapping. If a word I say doesn't resonate with you, just substitute it for one that does. If when I describe a constriction in my throat or a fire in my stomach, it is not true for you, take the time to see how it feels, what image or what sensation or what temperature maybe or size, shape comes up for you, and replace it with what is true for you. Because the more specific you're going to be, the better it's going to work. So I'm going to assume that you connected to all those emotions and feelings and sensations in your body, and that you know the exact sentence that is triggering for you. I'm going to say, it's always so hard for me. Why is it so hard for me? Maybe you have another way of wording that. Use yours. Let's go. Even though it's so hard for me to raise my teen, and I feel so angry because it's not fair. So many other parents have it easy. And for me, it's always so hard. Despite all that, I choose to love and accept myself right now in this moment with this emotion. Even though I have this ball of fire in my stomach, when I think that it's so hard for me to raise my teenager, it is one crisis or one problem after another. And some people have it so easy. Some people have more resources than me. And it makes me angry. I choose to accept and love myself exactly as I am right now, or I am willing to. And I accept what I feel. Even though it's so hard to raise my teen, And I feel so angry that it's like that for me and so easy for others. And I feel so angry that it's so easy for others and not for me. I choose to love and accept myself anyway. This ball of anger in my throat. It is so hard for me to raise my teenager. And some people have it so easy. It is so unfair. All that anger in my body, all that fire in my stomach. So easy for other people. So hard for me to raise my teenager. It is unfair. Where is it gonna stop? So hard for me. So easy for others. All this anger in my stomach. All this anger in my stomach. Because it's so hard for me. I am so tired of it being so hard. All this anger in my stomach. Take a deep breath. Imagine that you're letting the anger go. It is safe to let go of that anger. It is safe to let go of the anger that doesn't help. And now, take note of how you feel about it. It's so hard for me to raise my teenager and so easy for others. Did anything change in the sensation in your body? Maybe it went lower. Maybe if it was a ball, it became a marble. Maybe it's not there at all. Maybe it doesn't trigger anything. If it went down to where you're satisfied with the intensity of it, maybe it's a 1 or a 2 instead of a 10, and you're satisfied for now. Maybe it's gone completely. We're going to go now with a positive round of tapping to anchor all that. If it didn't go down and it went up, it can be because you're focusing on that thought and that emotion. Go back to the beginning of the tapping session and redo it until it goes down, and then come back and finish with that positive round of tapping. Even though I know that it may be hard to raise my teenager sometimes, I choose to let go of this anger because I know that it doesn't help. And I'm happy with the progress I've made today. It is safe to let go of the anger completely. It is safe to feel better, more relaxed. When I'm more relaxed, my brain works better. It is safe to let go of this anger. I now choose to let go of this anger. I now choose to be relaxed. I now step back in my true power. And yes, it may be hard sometimes, but I have what it takes. I've overcome challenges before. I will overcome that too. I now choose to step back in my power. I now choose a better experience of that problem. I now choose better thoughts about it. I have what it takes, and it's not going to be here forever. I have what it takes, and I will overcome. I've overcome before, and I will overcome again. I step back into my power. I remember who I am. I am strong. I'm way more than this body. I have a huge impact on my reality, both with my perception and with my emotions and vibration. And I choose to emote and vibrate at a higher level. I choose to align with better solutions. I choose to align with my true power and the assistance of the universe. I open myself to the guidance and the assistance of the universe. I open myself to my inner wisdom. And I open myself to the wisdom of the universe. I am strong, I am powerful, I am aligned with an infinite field of solutions. And all is well in this moment. Take a deep breath. And now go back to that thought. It is so hard for me to raise my team and so easy for many other people. How do you feel about that? Does it seem true? Does it trigger any sensation in your body? Chances are very little or not at all. I welcome your comments below. Let us know how it helped you. What questions or aha moment shifts did you experience? I'll see you next time with another tapping video.